Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know a lot of you guys have requested a stockpile update video. I've been really busy, so I'm finally getting around to it now. So I've kind of placed probably 80% of my stockpile out on this table to film for you guys. I couldn't fit the rest on the table, so maybe we'll do a follow-up video in the next couple of months. I'll also be filming I guess, pantry tour after I move, but that's going to be in a few months. So you guys will see more stockpile videos then. So I'll just share what I have. Also, before we get into that, I have these 3 bags of 12 blend soup mix, pearl barley, and Italian style soup mix. I need to use those up. So I'm going to put them in rotation. If you have any recipes that involve any of these 3 bags, please let me know in the comments because I am open to trying new recipes just so I can use these up as well. So coming down here, Lee Kum Kee sauce mixes, I like to have them in this stockpile, especially when they go on sale. I just like to have a few extra in the pantry and they move through my rotation pretty easily. This mountain pepper seasoning I actually got in a box of free products to sample a little while ago. You guys would have seen that in one of my other videos. These chicken noodle soups, I actually stockpiled quite a few, I believe when they were 35 or 40 cents, I think. So I still have about 5 packets. So there's 2 here and 3 in my pantry still. They've actually gone up in price quite a bit as well. I tend to have some instant ramens in my stockpile at all times. It's just shelf stable and it's a quick, easy meal if I don't have time or if the electricity goes out and you've only got a little, what are they called? You know those little stoves you guys take camping and you put the gas canister in? They can be made easily using that if you're out of electricity or blackout or whatever reason. We've got some pasta. I actually have probably 10 bags of pasta in my stockpile. At some point I had a lot more, but I've just been using all of them up. So pasta is great because that's normally in my meal plan every single week. These bean mixes I've already shared with you guys. I like to have some chicken stock or vegetable stock cubes on hand at all times as well. And same with these little Asian stock cubes. It just adds, I guess, a bit of change instead of just using chicken stock or vegetable stock. So we like to have that in rotation. They don't need to go in the fridge either, so they're shelf stable. I also like to have some of these vitamins. So this is an iron supplement and vitamin B. Sometimes I'll have collagen and other supplements as well. Yes, these are not shelf stable for 5 years plus. Generally, this is like 1 or 2 years, so I rotate these vitamins. Some of these items are short-term stockpile items, if that makes sense. Plant-based meat. So that's dehydrated. You just got to hydrate it with water. That's why I like having this in the stockpile. And I believe I got this on clearance quite a while ago. Moving over here, some Asian noodles. Love having that in my stockpile. Some pancake mixes. I like to have them in my stockpile for convenience sake. Especially if I'm going camping or something, I'll just grab one of those to take with me. Coconut milk and refried beans are something that I use quite regularly as well, so I like to have that in the stockpile. Canned fruits. Now, I think these have been in my stockpile for quite a long time. I believe this is probably a year or a year and a half ago that I purchased these because it's still got the old Coles and Woolies packaging. They are very handy to have in the stockpile because if fruit's not on special one particular week, if it's really expensive, then I might buy less of fresh fruit and just eat some of the canned fruit. And I love these canned peaches. They're one of my favorite things to have with freshly whipped cream. And I tend to buy the ones in juice instead of syrup. Sometimes I'll buy it in syrup if I have no option, but I tend to pick the ones in juice. Now these Campbell condensed soups, if you guys watched my original stockpile video, you guys would have seen I purchased them when they were on sale for $1 a can, and I probably bought like 20 cans. Now I'm down to about 6 or 7 cans, and I haven't seen them on sale for $1 in the past 2 years. Let me know in the comments if you've purchased these condensed soup cans in the past 12 months for $1. Let me know. I'd love to know because at my local stores they're selling them for $2.20 a can, and I haven't seen it on sale. So when these go on sale again, I'm going to stock up. My favorite would be the cream of celery soup, cream of asparagus soup, and cream of mushroom. Those are my three favorite soups. Moving over here, I've got some chamomile tea. Again, that's kind of a short-term stockpile item because if you leave tea for too long, it loses its flavor. And then my canned items, as you guys can see. So I've got quite a bit of canned peas and corn kernels. Now my freezer's pretty well stocked with frozen corn and frozen peas, but I like to have some canned options in the pantry. Just in case if the electricity goes out, then the freezer shuts down. I like to have some shelf stable options, so that's why I've got my corn and my frozen peas. Now these rice creams I also bought before inflation hit, so I don't remember how much these are, but if you look at my older stockpile videos, I'm sure I would have explained the pricing because at some point it went up by 50%, and in today's pricing I think it's gone up more than 50%. So I still have 3 of these in the stockpile. Surprisingly, I haven't eaten them as often lately. I used to eat it very often. I think I had 8 cans before, now I'm down to 3. Condensed milk is also something else that I like to have in my stockpile. I've got another can somewhere in the pantry. Now, beans. I know I've already got some dehydrated beans here, but I like to have some canned beans on hand as well because they're quicker, they're easier, you can eat them straight from the tin. If you don't have electricity, you can just eat it as is. You don't need to cook them. So that's why I like having a little variety there. I've got some butter beans, some cannellini beans, more butter beans, and the 4-bean mix. So they're really easy to toss in to spaghetti or anything as well. But in a worst case scenario, if you don't have electricity or gas, you can eat it from the can straight as. So if you're a regular on my channel, you would know I love my Campbell's canned beef and veg stews. I get them when they're half price, and that's when I tend to stock up. I never buy them on full price because they're really expensive for a can of stew if you're paying full price for them. So I've got quite a bit of the chunky beef and veg stew. I've got the country ladle beef and vegetable soup as well, but I don't like that one as much as this one. These two are my favorite. And I've got some pumpkin soup there and honey. I like to have honey on hand at all times. I generally have one that's already open in my pantry and then one that's unopened that's in my stockpile pantry. Honey lasts for ages, and especially in the colder months. For example, right now in Sydney, Australia, or in Australia in general, sorry, it is winter. The flu's going around like crazy. If you've got a sore throat, some warm water, honey and lemon goes a really long way. I've also got some dried mushrooms there. I probably should cook with them more often. I cook with the dried shiitake mushrooms quite often. I love the flavor, and obviously that's shelf stable as well. That's why I like having some dried mushrooms on hand. I've got some Spam, as you guys can see there. Excuse the mess in the background, guys. I just finished cooking dinner. Spam is also shelf stable, sorry. I love adding that to ramen or even fried rice. Spam is a really versatile meat for me. I know a lot of people don't like Spam, but I'm someone that really loves Spam. It's really high in sodium though, so it's a bit of a treat. And Spam's quite expensive, so I tend to only stock up on that when it's on sale. I've also got some canned chili tuna. Now, I have to kind of stock up on the spicy chili tuna because my local Coles runs out of stock quite frequently. I've had multiple encounters where I've ran out completely of the canned chili tuna and it's not in stock. Right now I've got 6, so I kind of try to replenish that when I've got the Coles flyby spends, when you spend a certain amount. So I normally get an offer where you spend $50 each week, 4 weeks in a row, and you get 10,000 flyby points, which is equivalent to $50 back. So the ramen I've already gone through. I also like to have some white vinegar on hand as well. So that's pretty much the little update for my stockpile video, guys. Let me know if you have a stockpile yourself, and let me know in the comments, what do you include in your stockpile? I would love to hear what you guys have in there. And thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button for me. It really, really helps me out. And subscribe if you haven't already. As I mentioned at the start, after I do my move, which is in a couple of months, I will film a stockpile update in the new house, and there'll probably be more items because my partner and I will be moving in. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.